Yo, what's going on, guys? Today I was going to be showing you my Banshee build. This is going to be super high damage. I went with the highest damage I could possibly do while also having a little bit of efficiency as well as just range. That's the main thing. It's just range and damage. So I went ahead and I started my aura with growing power. Since my Banshee actually landed up starting with one of these like Y slots, it worked out pretty well because growing power is actually really nice on Banshee, especially if you play it the way I usually play it is I like to hit the four, let the damage kind of go out. Sometimes I would like shoot a mob and let the status proc and then just spam four. So this makes it really awesome. That way you're getting that extra 25% damage on top of all the other damage I got. So I'm using for all my damage stuff Blind Rage. So that's maxed out. Blind Rage. I'm using a Transcendent Fortitude, a Transient Fortitude. I've been so so stuck on saying Transcendent Fortitude. Now I can't even say it wrong. Oh my god. And then I'm running Intensify. So all three of these, as well as the aura, giving you some sick damage. So you're at 224% on strength. So and then on top of this too, like, yeah, you're doing a lot of freaking damage. Then another of the main mods that you must have for Banshee is Resonating Quake. This makes it so that you just press your four and it instantly just does the whole like a shockwave of the damage, and it actually does 20 times the damage in the like around you, like just directly around you. So the closer the mob is to you, the more damage it's gonna do to them. So I've seen damage as high as like 28,000 from a single mob. So that's pretty freaking nice. And then as it expands, the damage starts getting a little bit weaker, but it's still doing at least 1,000 when it's all the way out there. And I'm using overextended and stretch, so you're gonna be getting some serious range on this. And you could hit something from like a mile away, and it still hits them for like 1,000. So that's really really good. I tend not to spam the four that much. Like I don't want to sit there just spamming all day because I get bored of that. So I usually change it up by blasting a little bit, get my status proc from growing power, then I'll go and spam a couple times, and then just kind of keep moving, you know. And that's the cool thing about this is that you can actually move while you're like doing your four, so you can hit it and then just keep running, and then hit it again and then just keep running. Like you don't have to just sit at a spot, and that's one thing that one reason why I didn't get Banshee in the past, because I thought it looked boring to me. You know, I've seen people just sitting there, you know, and then they go and get a drink, you know, go take a shit, you know, take a nap, you know, and they're still killing everything in the whole area. You know, so that seemed boring to me. So that's why Resonating Quake is really awesome. I'm using Fleeting Expertise. This is actually 4 points because this is the one I normally use for my builds with Streamline. I do want to get another Fleeting Expertise so I can max it out. So I recommend doing that, getting a maxed out efficiency, because you do need Fleeting Expertise. Otherwise, you're gonna have a hard time casting your powers. Before I was running Flow, and Flow is cool, but I found myself having to pop a potion all the time because I would be completely drained on energy, and I can't even cast my four. And there's this weird bug right now with since you're using Resonating Quake, it only costs 25 energy technically, quote unquote, but really it wants to charge 100 plus that amount. So you're really you have to have a minimum of like 130 ish energy in your pool in order to use the four. So when you get to like 100 energy, you can't use your four at all. So you're just stuck. So that's why I put Fleeting Expertise. That way I could be able to spam it a little bit more, because I can get it down to about 70 energy before it won't, you know, block me off anymore. I don't know if this is like a weird bug, but I'm kind of I don't want to report it or nothing. Like it's just Banshee is just so ridiculous that I don't want to report it. It's like if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So that's basically the concept I got in my head. And then for defense, I'm using Vitality. It's not needed, but I thought I might sneak it in, you know, to have a little bit extra survivability if you want to. But typically, the way I run it with, what's it called? Natural Talent. So I'll slap Natural Talent on there. That way I can have super fast casting. So I can hit the 4 and I can hit the 1, which I wanted to talk to you about the 1 because the 1 is amazing crowd control, and that's something I've never seen people use, and I've never like really realized how good it was. Banshee has amazing crowd control. So I'm gonna show you a little bit of that. So in this case, I'll just use the Vitality just so I could show you guys a little bit what it's like. The cast time is still pretty good for the most part. You don't, it's not that bad. I typically like to run Natural Talent because I like to see the power cast faster. And when you're doing like higher level content though, you have to be super careful because you can get one-shotted. You know, so you have to be constantly using your 4 or constantly using the 1 to crowd control. All right, so I'm gonna show you guys the build here. So let's go out into a mission and yeah, let's do it. Okay, just made it into a mission, so I'm gonna start this up. This is Infested Survival. So the first thing I always do, of course, is Xenuric, and then at least you're able to cast your power, so you can go ahead and start using the 4. You see, that's why I like Natural Talent, because it basically makes it so that it's like almost instant cast. You know, so I can go like this. You see, when things are immediately in front of me, they just get instantly killed by it. So the damage on the 4 is really insane. So I can run through the mission and just kind of do this, you know, continue to hit the 4 every once in a while, you know, and that's pretty much the thing about this class. It's just so sick. In the higher game stuff, the 4 stops doing that much damage, you know, but you're still doing that 20k up close and personal. But a lot of the mobs will be like the Eximus ones that don't take damage from powers and stuff, so they're really particular about the stuff you do to them. In that case, I will use the 1 as crowd control. So let me show you that. Let's wait for a mob to show up. I killed everything too fast.
Prepare for life support.
I'm gonna use the 2 so I can just kind of at least see where everything is. That's the cool thing about the 2-2. It actually shows you on the radar where everything is from like super far range. Since I'm overextended, it's like a 90 meter range or something like that. It's pretty sick. So you can see everything from all over the place. Here's the 1. So it's like it shoots a wave. So it's basically like an Aros's blast, but it just knocks them on their ass. You see? So it actually gives you some time to kind of do something. So you can go do this. Go and hit them, you know, switch to your melee, and you can hit them with the 1, boom, you know, just kind of knock them out like that. It's super cool, this crowd control, because you could just knock them on their ass all day long like this, and in the end game you need some kind of crowd control, because otherwise you're just gonna get killed instantly. Like I said, like she's super squishy too, so you have to really be constantly on your toes with everything, because yeah, anything can kill you. The 3, I never used the 3, but the 3 has an interesting thing to it that I might end up trying a build in the future with. If you press the 3, you see how it gives them like a headache or something, like it stops them for a second. From the look of it, it looks like it's range base. So I'm either gonna be attempting to do like a minus range build with it to see if it's good crowd control like that, or doing a minus duration to see if I can kind of like see if I could spam it more. You see, because I got it down to like 6 seconds, but I want to see if maybe I can get it down even more than that. I'm not sure if I can, but it will be a cool thing to attempt to do something like that. So yeah, I mean that's pretty much Banshee for the most part. You just spam 4 and spam 1. That's it. In the lower game stuff, it's pretty much just do this. It's the typical thing you always see Banshee do. Spam 4. So you're gonna see all these massive waves of damage going all over the place. It kills everything all over, and mission complete. That's pretty much it. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Leave a thumbs up if you liked it, thumbs down if you didn't, and I will see you in the next one. Later.